Okay, so this is my second attempt at making something to post on YouTube. It's just me. I don't know, it's the voyeurism in me, I don't know, or perhaps it's just voyeurism, that's not the right word. Anyway, I just want to do a video, partly because I see other people doing videos, which is sad and petty, but I just want to do a video at least, and just kind of because sometimes I don't like typing, to be honest. I don't like typing, and then a lot of what I want to express I can't really, because while I'm very expressive in my writing, I just can't always do it. So now here I am in my closet doing this, because I guess the lighting might be right, or I'll see when I'm actually putting this on my computer, but I just decided to do it in my closet, partly because that's precisely where I am. I am not comfortable with myself. I am, but I'm not. I can't admit anything, and when it comes up, I have a hard time dealing with it. I spent a lot of time today just doing nothing on my hours off before my 4 nights working now, because the current night auditor, he wanted to take Easter off, so I have to work for him Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. But I elected to do that, but to be nice. But sometimes it's just like, I'm just too nice. And I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes, in that, well, the other day, it was like 2 weeks ago, Thursday, that some of the managers, I was probably the only person there that was an hourly employee, because it was our HR manager, our guest services manager, our lobby manager, who I can't understand still why he's a manager, but that's their decision, our new hotel manager, and a visiting hotel manager, as well as a recruiting assistant from LA. They were all there, and there was me. Guest services manager, he invited me to go along. He just saw me, and then he was like, hey, we're having a going away party for blah blah blah, so yeah, if you want to come at 7:30. So I went, because I never go anywhere, and it was on Lincoln Road, so it was in my backyard, so no problem. Since I have very limited exposure to any alcoholic beverages whatsoever because of my background, I went online, I went onto Wikipedia, where I always am, and then I was like, okay, yeah, let me select 3 drinks that I've never had before, that I've been curious about. So I select these 3, a mojito, which I'd never had before, Cosmopolitan, which I'd never had before, and a Long Island iced tea, which I'd never had before. Now, the first 2 are mild, relatively. Long Island iced tea is pushing it, which it really was, because actually I had finished off my Kahlua before I left, so I already had some in my system. Then I had the mojito while waiting for these guys to come up, and then they found me, and so I went with them. I had a Cosmo, I waited a little bit, had a Long Island iced tea, but I was so blended, kind of, that at least I was able to communicate, I was able to understand what people were telling me, and I was able to respond back, but my coordination was off. I knocked over the Long Island iced tea. I don't know why they brought me another one, but the server who was doing our table brought me another one. And being the person that doesn't like to waste anything, I finished off that one. Then we went to Sushi Samba, and unfortunately I threw up all over the floor in the bathroom. And I know that I didn't lock the door properly, because there I was on the toilet throwing up, and several people walked in, looked, and closed back the door, and so I'm like, oh goodness. But that was embarrassing for me, because partly I think the lobby manager might have been one of the people that walked in on me, if not one of the others in my party. I don't know, but I embarrassed myself, I embarrassed them, and it wasn't fair to me that I did that. But it just shows how socially inept I am sometimes, because I don't get things. The other day, my boss / coworker / friend, I do consider him a friend, he was telling me that the way I address people in emails sometimes, or the way I write emails sometimes, is pretty unprofessional and rather non-PC. PCism is something that my family has always kind of disagreed with, because it's not being honest sometimes, but in the professional world, we need to be PC. He was telling me, and he was telling me at my annual review too, which was last week, delayed because we are very busy, but yeah, it was at my annual review. And so I really do realize that I'm not the most professional person on earth, and that's probably why lobby manager is where he is. Congratulations, Mark. But yeah, because he has realized that bit of professionalism or PCism that I haven't, or that I just need to work on these things, and it's just weird. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about death, and that's not right to say, and I won't even go into that because it's just going to scare people, but I'll just end here, because right now all that's going to be is broken spaces, because there are a lot of things that I just don't want to admit vocally, even though I know that they exist and I need a psychologist. But anyway, later.